before we close out, I did want to spend a little time, because you called it a mascot platformer, which I thought really encapsulated what I thought when I saw Lucky and started thinking he's so cute. I want to know more about him. Can you tell us a little bit about Lucky and how we might get attached to him and who he is, what he represents, kind of the feeling we may get if we enter the fandom of Lucky's Tale?
Sure. So he's just a bright, inquisitive, playful fox, and all the way down to the way he moves through the level, the way he discovers things. We wanted to imbue this character with that. Also, the way that our camera works will put him front and center, and he'll be right up next to you, looking at you, waving. We wanted to facilitate a very strong connection to this character. Not just, oh, I see this guy and he's running through the world, but what are the moments where he communicates a little something back to me?
He's aware of you as a player. You have a relationship with him. That's one of the special things that we've done with this IP. And there's a lot of moments where he's like, come on, you know, and he's playing with you. It's a cooperative kind of thing between you and Lucky.
Oh, nice. I know that the bright color were something that John and I are always both attracted to.
Need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world needs more of it.
Say, in a sea of brown, here's like this burst of color. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I want to know why is it every diabolical evil villain's always laughing and everything. They're so angry.
Yeah.
What is that? Why is that?
Someone was tickling his foot.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. What is he standing on? He's evil.
He was standing on a feather. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm glad we cleared that one up.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering.
We had there's some characters in the way and smoke you can't see.
Yeah, we had to hide it with the clouds, but yeah.
Well, guys, where can people follow along with Super Lucky's Tale? Maybe even get their hands on it here at E3.
Oh, there's a lot of places. So we're right front and center when you first come into the show, right there in the Microsoft booth. You can play it. There's even this really cool thing where you can stand in front of a green screen and actually get your picture taken with Lucky. So
and you're grabbing this rope and flying away on
yeah,
the
that's what that was.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really great.
Great. And online, anywhere people should go to learn more?
Yeah, superluckystale.com.
Great. Thank you guys so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And don't go anywhere, because you know what's coming up next. More gaming from E3 on Twitch. See you soon.
here at E3. So we encourage people to come by and check it out, play it, feel it for themselves. It takes place about halfway into the story, let's say, to the quest line, the main quest line. And we catch up with Bayek, who is our protagonist. He's a native of Siwa. He is effectively the embodiment of ancient Egypt. We wanted a character that, you know, how can we physically represent ancient Egypt? Bayek is that guy. Yeah. And we catch up with him at level 20. So he's outfitted with that kind of gear. And then we kick off the adventure for the demo from here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's start.
You guys are going to guide us through it, what we're seeing, right?
Perfect, yep.
Awesome.
So here we are. So we're in the Fayoum. As you can see, we have a quest up there that says the crocodile. That's the name of the quest. So the adventure we're going on effectively is that Bayek is unraveling a mystery. Something has happened in his hometown that has pushed him out into the world of Egypt. He is discovering the world of Egypt as much as the player is, to an extent. He knows about it, but he's never really been that far from his home. And something has happened that has pushed him out. And here, all he really has is this information that he's looking for someone called the crocodile in this part of the world. That's kind of the hidden name of this person. Here, we're just introducing the idea. We have a military camp here. The military camps, you go to them for many different reasons. Obviously, quests take you here, but it's also a great place to find gear and equipment. It's a military location. Here, what we're seeing is our companion, Senu. Senu, she's Bayek's eagle, and you use her to scout the world, to find opportunities, to tag dangers, so enemies. So here we've done a little bit of tagging. The reason we're going here, it's really just to get a little taste of what it is to infiltrate an area, to find some gear, do a little bit of stealth. There we can see the bow usage, so bows are very important in this time period.
They will attack on sight here.
Here we're gonna go in and kind of try to be sneaky about it. We've worked very hard on the combat element, the stealth element. Combat has been built from ground up. We wanted to go with a different paradigm. We wanted to go with something that was much deeper in terms of the behavior of the characters, in terms of the player understanding how does my weapon work, the speed of the weapon, the distance of the weapon, how many enemies am I fighting. So here we're showing that combat is dangerous. So that guy running away, he's going to light brazier to call in for reinforcements. So there we go, creating some chaos. I'll let this play out. So what you see there, this is a very fundamental change in the combat system. In previous ACs, you could never swing your weapon and hit air. It was a paired animation system, if I'm getting very technical. What we have here is a hitbox-based system, which effectively means you swing your weapon. If something's there, it gets hit. If it's not, well, you just swung at air and you exposed yourself. All of a sudden, that means the length of a spear, the speed of the weapon, the number of enemies all matter. Enemies will not be kind to you. They will attack more than one at the same time. So we give a lot of defensive options as well. So there's a dodge, you can defend with your shield. There's also a parry. Here we wanted the idea that flowing between range combat and melee combat was also very fast, very seamless. Depending on the playstyle you prefer. You know, if you are someone that likes using the bow inside combat, we try to support it as much as possible. What we've seen with our players in AC is that we have really two types of players, the people who are warriors and the people who prefer to be stealth. And what we try to do is cater to the different play styles and to say, if you want to go in one direction, it's totally valid. One is not better than the other. If you want to be a ranger with a bow, if you want to be that stealthy assassin, or if you want to be a warrior, there's ways in the progression system to dedicate yourself to that style of play. So this guy's a commander in this camp. So he's a little bit more difficult. As you can see, we wanted players to care about understanding what equipment does this enemy have. Having a shield, having a shield like that, it means that certain attacks will be blocked. So you will have to dodge, you'll have to jump around. You maybe want them to commit to an action before attacking them. This is a military location, so it's a great place to find loot and to find gear to outfit Bayek. There we go. So here, leveling up is very important. XP is very important. So in this case, we've leveled up to 21. We've received an ability point. Here's the gear. So this is the ability graph. The reason. Thank you. So on the one side, the seer aspect of the graph, it's really about manipulation, manipulating your enemies, animals to get the job done. The center is about being a warrior. And on the left side, we have the hunter path, which is really about either being an archer or being that stealthy assassin. You can dedicate yourself in any direction. The reason it's a graph is we want for players to be able to form their own path. Maybe you want to be a mix between 2 styles or 3 styles. The thing is, every tree, every part of the graph, I should say, has an end node that you can keep pumping points into. If you want to focus on being the ultimate warrior, you can do that, or you can spread yourself out. It's really up to you. Here, we can see gear really matters. The level of the gear, the types of gear. You can see they have stats, they have attributes, they have properties, and they have rarity. So the more rare weapons, the legendary weapons, they have more attributes, more properties. So fighting with a Kopesh sword that does bleeding damage is drastically different than a spear that is poison tipped. And this stuff really matters when you start getting deeper and deeper into the combat of the game. You wanna jump in, Carl?
Hey guys, so I'm going to stand up because it's easier to see the screen if I stand over here. So yeah, I'm Carl. I'm a producer at Ubisoft Singapore, and in Singapore we've really worked on the areas around the water. So the water tech, the ability to go underwater, and any vehicles on the water. So here we see Bayek on a felucca. He's currently identifying where his next objective is, and as it is a locate objective, we've actually worked on that being something that you intrinsically need to use Sinu for, Sinu your eagle. So here we see the new locate mechanic, and somewhere on this lake is Hotefres that we're looking for. That was very quickly found, but he's on that ship. So in playtest it usually takes players a lot longer, but he identified that quickly. And what's interesting about this new locate mechanic is that often the next step of a quest is moving in the world. So you might not know exactly where it is, and us as game developers don't know where the player is going to discover that next part of the quest. So that really makes the world much more open, much more different, and everyone has a unique experience. Yeah, so here Bayek is sailing a military felucca, and he sailed past one of the islands there, which actually has a hippo den on it, but that's we haven't gone into that just here. He's very focused on the quest, so we'll see if Hotefres is on this ship. Well, there, the flash on the screen indicates there's some threat nearby, so that's probably either a crocodile or a hippo. Oh, but they're hidden away. So we have 2 types of ships that go around the world. There's the Kirkross, this one, which is more of a merchant ship, and then there's the trireme. I'll leave the cutscene for you guys to enjoy.
So, now they send the son of Egypt against me. It has been a long time since I spilled so much blood.
I was sent by Polydorus. We share a common interest.
Who are you? And what do you want, eh?
I'm Bayek Siwa, and I seek information on the crocodile.
The phantom that has brought Fium to its knees. What could you want with him?
He belongs to a group that is destroying Egypt. I intend to hunt every last one of them down.
Then you are looking for the same thing these soldiers were.
And what would that be?
I stole a ledger from a Greek magistrate I suspect of corruption. It should reveal the identity of this crocodile. And if we get it to Apollodorus, we may be able to bring down the whole organization.
Where's the ledger now?
I gave it to my wife, Hen. To hide. As long as the Ptolemies think it's with me, my family is safe. That is why I have to stay on the move. Here. This will tell Henut you are a friend to be trusted. It is for my daughter, Shadia. Once you have the ledger, find me at the docks south of Euhemeria. Bayek, take a look around my ship before you go. I keep records of local problems which may have the crocodile at the root.
So here it's really, we're showing that there is a deep quest structure in the game. So this is one of the main quests where we just met with one of our informants who's giving us a little bit of a hint about how we can find the crocodile, this person known as the crocodile.
Who is this shrine dedicated to?
This is a side quest that we happen to pick up here.
People killed by fires in Dionysia.
So what players can expect is that there is a ton of side quests, put a lot of effort into telling these really beautiful, deep stories of Egypt. We did a lot of research on ancient Egypt, and we found hundreds of really amazing characters and stories that we wanted to bring to life and to propose to our players and have them experience this, but also kind of wrapping it in why is Bayek helping these people, and what does it mean when it eventually leads to the birth of the Brotherhood. That was a very poorly timed jump. Luckily, Bayek is a proficient swimmer. There we go. Yes, yes. So as you can see, the world is very seamless. We wanted to make sure that you're constantly immersed in the world. So by the way, you know, the fauna of Egypt, we wanted to do it justice and represent it well, but also make it truly living in the world. You can see the blood of the other croc back there. It will actually attract other predators to the area. Eventually, I've had situations in this context where the felucca, which is this type of boat, it'll start sinking. You'll go in the water, it'll sink all the way down. You can actually swim with it. At some point, it was actually pushing me down while I was trying to fight a hippo. It was super cool. The world, we tried to make it as immersive as possible, really selling the fantasy of being inside ancient Egypt. All this water is fully explorable, and there is stuff to find underneath the water. It's hidden, sunken tombs, sunken temples, sunken ships, with opportunities there for the player. Here, you can see I think we have some of the most beautiful water in games. Kudos to Ubisoft Singapore, Carl, for this beautiful water.
Good water guy.
Yes, yes, good water. Thank you, Jeff. Really, so this area that we're in, the Fayum, the story, the narrative of this area is that there's a major land dispute, and so this was historically what happened in this place. When the Greeks came to live at this part of Egypt, there was a huge dispute between the Egyptians and the Greeks. But here we're not here. Bayek is not here to settle that dispute. But naturally, because we're in this area, he will get caught up into that conflict, and that's part of the aspect of learning about Egypt. We use the quest structure not only to have awesome gameplay and to meet really great characters, but also to, we wanted to do ancient Egypt justice and to show how amazing and beautiful this land was, to show its beliefs and its rituals and so on. So here, as you can see, we don't have a mini map anymore. We're trying to have people more looking at the world itself. We're super proud of our artists, our engineers that are able to bring like such a beautiful, vast world to life.
Hold there.
Here you can see the draw distance are incredible. It's
we need to clean this place
I'm super
up
proud
and
of
get
the
it
team for
running
this.
again. Don't worry.
So I'll let this
let
little
them
cinematic
close
play.
down this kitchen.
Henut?
Yes.
Hotefres sent me. I am here to help. And I have your daughter's doll.
Great. I was awaiting word from my man. Thank you. Come, eat and we can talk.
Oh, I love my new doll, Bayek. I will name her Iset, and she will be the protector of all Fayoum.
Ever since Hotefres got a hold of that ledger, Fayoum has been on edge. Soldiers with torches patrol every night, and this alms kitchen was practically razed to the ground. They have left Shadia and me alone at least. Hotefres has made sure of that.
Where is the ledger now?
I instructed our most loyal servant to hide it in our villa. They can search the place as many times as they want. They will never find it.
Can you take me there?
I have been summoned to the lighthouse for another of their routine investigations.
That may not be safe. The Ptolemaic authorities seem to be working with the crocodile.
It happens every few days. Don't worry. They wouldn't dare touch someone in an official position. Shadia, show Bayek the way to our home.
Come on, Uncle Bayek!
So the beginning of the game's story starts all the way back in 49 BC. So for us on Assassin's Creed, that's obviously way further back than we've ever been. So an interesting challenge we've had is we don't have blueprints or a lot of historical evidence of what life really was like then, the architecture, the villages. So it's been really interesting having a historian on the team to try and imagine what it was like, to try and look at like satellite data of Egypt in current day and imagine what it was like a few thousand years ago. And so the artists on our team have really had to be more imaginative and creative than ever before because we don't have those blueprints.
I come up here a lot. Everything looks so beautiful. The people should be happy, but they are not.
Don't worry. Your mother and father will look after them. Where is your house?
On the hill there. See it?
Yes. And soldiers. Thank you, Shadia. You should go back to your mother now. It might get dangerous.
Nothing bad will ever happen to me. Iset can fight, you know. She will protect me. La la la, la la la.
So here,
Bye,
we're going to show off a little bit more stealth.
Enjoy your life.
We're going to show a lot of combat, and later on, we're going to show a little demo for the Gladiator Arena. But here again, so this is Senu once again. So Senu is also helping us find our objectives, as we did with the ship earlier. Here we're tagging enemies. You can see these enemies are level 20, which generally means that they're about the equivalent challenge.